Hi children, I welcome all the children to the physics class. So once again we are joining together and we continue the academic year 2021 to 2022. So we can hope for the best and we can hope for a better situation for conducting regular classes. Okay children, and in the last class we discussed about some of the important terms related with the mirror, both concave and convex mirror. And we studied about aperture of a mirror, that is a reflecting surface of a mirror, that is applicable for both concave and convex mirrors, and principal axis, that is a line passing exactly through the center of the mirror, that is also common for both concave and convex. And we discussed about the center of curvature. It is the center of the sphere from which the reflecting surface is taken, that is also common for both concave and convex. And the radius for now in today's class we are going to discuss about an important point called principal focus. What is the principal focus of the concave mirror? So that this point is not common for both concave and convex, that is different for concave, and same way it is different for a convex mirror. So all the definitions we discussed so far, it is common for both concave and convex, but today we discuss the special point called principal focus, that is different for concave and convex mirrors. And let us start with the principal focus of a concave mirror first. After that we will discuss the principal focus of a convex mirror and how these two are, how we can differentiate these two. Okay, look at the board. Here, this is the pictorial representation of a concave mirror. Mm dash is the aperture. This is the principal principal axis of this particular mirror. P is the pole center. C is the center of curvature of this particular concave mirror. And this mirror, this is a particular mirror, and the same mirror I have drawn the same picture here with the same mirror having aperture mm dash, and all the details are same as that of the first one. And here we consider, anyway we want to keep an object in phase with the reflecting side of the mirror. So here I have a mirror with the aperture mm dash, and I placed an object in front. This is the location. So this is the position of the object. I placed one object in phase with the reflecting surface of the mirror, or in front of the reflecting surface. And definitely rays will come from the mirror. If we have enough light, definitely the rays will come from the object placed in front of the mirror. So these are the light rays coming from the object. This is the first incident ray. So this is coming from the object that strikes the mirror at this particular point, and this ray, this is the ray coming after reflection. So this particular ray strikes the mirror at a particular point O, and it cannot pass through the body because that is a mirror. The second phase is non-reflecting, so no light ray can pass through the material of the mirror. Instead of that, from O the ray get reflected along this path. This is the reflected ray. So this is the incident ray. For that incident ray, this is the reflected ray, and this ray is parallel to the principal axis. Am I right? This is the ray which is coming from the object that is parallel to the principal axis of the mirror, and it strikes the mirror at a point O, and it get reflected, and the reflected ray is not parallel to the principal axis. Okay, and same way consider one more incident ray. This is the second incident ray, that is also parallel to the principal axis. The center line is the principal axis. This is principal axis. So this ray, second ray, that is also parallel to the principal axis, that strikes the mirror at another point O dash, and it get reflected along the other direction. Clear? So first incident ray, first reflected ray, second incident ray, and second reflected ray. But you can see from the figure, it is very clear that these two reflected rays meet at a common point on the principal axis. This is the point, right? This is the first reflected ray, this is the second reflected ray. Please don't get confused with the incident rays and reflected ray, I gave an arrowhead for the incident rays only. So this is the first incident ray, this is the second incident ray, this is the first reflected ray, this is the second reflected ray. So these two are the two reflected rays. These two rays meet at a common point, the same point at the principal axis of the mirror, and this particular point is called principal focus of the concave mirror. This mirror is concave, not convex. So this is a particular point that lies on the principal axis, and this point is called principal focus. So here we can define what is principal focus of a concave mirror. A set of parallel rays parallel to the reflecting side of a concave mirror meet at a point on the principal axis after reflection. That particular point that is lying on the principal axis of the concave mirror, that common point is called the principal focus of the, or just we say that is the focus of the concave mirror, or in expanded form we say that is the principal focus of a concave mirror. So this is having a real focus. This point is real, isn't it? This is a real point. We didn't do anything. So these two rays are from the object, and normally these two strikes the mirror at a different points, or O and O dash, and these two reflected rays meet. Originally they meet at a point on the principal axis. So we didn't do anything. Normal reflection, normal point, normal intersection. So this point is a point which is really existing. We call this as the real point, or we call that as the real focus of a concave mirror. Okay. And same way we consider a convex mirror that is also having an aperture mm dash, but here inside or bending surface is the non-reflecting side and bulging out surface is the reflecting side. And same way we consider some of the rays coming from the object, and they are parallel in nature, parallel to the principal axis. Okay. So this is the first ray that is parallel to the principal axis coming towards the reflecting side. And what happens to this incident ray? That strikes the mirror at the point O, and it gets reflected along this direction. Then consider one more ray that is coming parallel to the principal axis, coming from the object parallel to the principal axis. This is another incident ray, and this is the point of incidence, second point of incidence, or this particular ray strikes the mirror at the point O dash, and it gets reflected along another direction. So these two are the two incident rays, 1 and 2. These two are reflected rays. This is the first reflected ray, this is the second reflected ray. And here incident rays are parallel to the principal axis, and they get reflected along two different directions, not along the same direction. So here the reflected rays cannot intersect each other in this case. Clear? In the case of convex mirror, there is no chance to get the point of intersection of these two reflected rays, because the reflected rays are divergent in nature. They won't intersect at a point as in the case of concave mirror. So what we want to do to study about the focus of a convex mirror, we should produce, look at the board carefully, we produce the reflected rays backwards. This is the first ray. I am just drawing dotted lines to produce the ray backward, and same way I am producing the second reflected ray also in backward direction, and here I got a virtual point. This is not a real point, so because I have drawn these two reflected rays backward to get or to study the virtual point of the convex mirror. So this is not a real point, this is a virtual point. This is not a point where the two reflected rays meet each other. They can't meet because they are divergent, they are going in different directions. They never meet at this point. But we assume that here this is the point of intersection of these two reflected rays. Here in the case of concave, these two reflected rays are converging in nature, or they can intersect each other, but here they can't intersect because they are divergent in nature. So on producing these two reflected rays only, I will get a virtual point on the principal axis, and this virtual point is called the principal focus of a convex mirror. So these two are different. So here a concave is having a real focus that lies on the principal axis, and that is really the point of intersection of any two reflected rays. But here the convex mirror is having a virtual focus. There are no two reflected rays are converging at a point. They are divergent in nature, but on producing the reflected rays backwards in a diagram, we will get a virtual point on the principal axis, and this point is called the virtual focus of the convex mirror. Understood? So this is the, and here we define a set of parallel rays parallel to the principal axis strikes the mirror at the different point of a concave mirror, and that they meet at a common point on the principal axis. That is called the principal focus of a concave mirror. And in the case of convex mirror, we define a set of parallel rays. They are also parallel. A set of parallel rays, they meet the convex mirror at a different points and they get diverged in different directions. But on producing these divergent rays in backwards, they are appears to be coming from, they are appears to be meet, not real. They are appears to be clear. They are appears to be meet at a point F. That is an imaginary point. No such point in front of the non-reflecting side of the convex mirror, and this is a virtual point or virtual focus. We call this is the virtual focus of a or virtual principal focus of a convex mirror. So this term is different for both concave and convex. This is having a definition. This is having another definition, because this is a mirror which can converge the light rays, and this is the mirror where it can diverge the light rays. It cannot converge the light rays, but this is a converging mirror. This is a diverging mirror. This is converging in nature. All the reflected rays are divergent in nature in the case of a convex mirror. So with this we completed all the terms related with both the concave and convex mirror. First 3-4 points are common for both concave and convex, but the principal focus is not common, and the principal foci are having different definitions, and a special definition for concave and at another definition for the convex mirror. So with this we completed all the terms of a convex mirrors. And what is the meaning of a real point and a virtual point? Real means it is really existing point. Virtual point means it is not really existing. It is an illusion or it is an imaginary point, or we are just assuming such a point anywhere in a mirror. So that is the difference between the meaning of real and virtual. And real images always can be obtained on a screen. Clear? Real images, cinema, that is a real image we can obtain on the screen. We can watch it on the screen. That is real images. But virtual images means the image produced in a plain mirror. We can see, but it is an illusion, and it is not really existing, and we cannot obtain that on the screen. So that is the difference between virtual images and real images. Okay, so I think that you all are thorough with these different terms of a concave and convex mirrors. Okay, and after today's class you must write the definition. So these are the questions. You write. I hope that you have completed all the terms except this last term, principal focus. So write these 2 points. Explain these 2 points with the help of the ray diagrams. This is a concave mirror, and this diagram shows the principal focus of a concave mirror, and this particular diagram that shows the principal focus of a convex mirror. So write the definition with this diagram and write the definition with this convex mirror also. So this is the question. Define the following terms: principal focus of a concave mirror and principal focus of a convex mirror. So please write these 2 answers into the notebook with the diagram. You can explain only on the basis of these 2 diagrams. So this is concave and this is convex. Okay children, see you in the next class. Thank you very much.